What's happening, everyone? Nicky Hawkins here, West Ham Fan TV. Now, at the moment of recording, I will put a disclaimer. We have still got a game tonight. So if any the team news or anything else changes, that's on us because we've had to record this before the UEFA Cup game tonight. But Liverpool versus West Ham at London Stadium. I'm joined, as always, by Steve from the Redmen TV. How are you, mate? I bet you're buzzing, aren't you?
Yeah, mate, it's a big smile on my face, you can tell. I'm very happy with how Liverpool season's going so far. It's a big result for us yesterday, so all smiles here, yeah.
No, I haven't had you on this channel before, Steve. How long have you been working for the Redmen?
I've been contributing for the Redmen since 2013. I've been working here for about a month. So that's what it is. Yeah, so I was always a guest, or I had my own show for a while, but I always had other work going on, and then... Yeah, finally we took the plunge and I've jumped in full time. So yeah, I've been here since the beginning of October, and so far so good. I think I've been a bit of a good luck charm. I'm taking some of the credit.
Oh yeah, they should definitely keep you around, mate. But let's get straight into this before we get to West Ham. Liverpool can't ask for much more. 25 unbeaten, isn't it?
Yeah, and you say that, Nicky, but there are still some tinges of regret because some of those unbeatens are draws that we probably should have won. I think, obviously, 2-0 up against Brighton. We win at Brentford and draw. We worked ahead twice against Manchester City and we draw. So, listen, the unbeaten run's amazing, and that stretches into the end of last season where, I mean, we were playing with Nat Phillips and Reece Williams at centre-back and winning at Old Trafford. Alisson scoring goals and stuff like that. That run goes to when Liverpool were really hampered. At the start of this season, for a while, we had pretty much everything that we needed. But yeah, it's one of those where I think it's the only other Liverpool team to have a longer unbeaten run was in the 1800s. So it's an incredible run they're on. And listen, I suppose you can't please, no one's ever 100% pleased. But yeah, there's some games there where we should be top of the league. We should be above Chelsea because we are so unbeaten. But again, late goals and throwing away leads, that's the only tiny downside because it's been amazing, but it could have been even better.
Well, I'll tell you what, mate, this game this weekend, it's setting up to be a bit of a rip-roaring because you're in fantastic form, we're in fantastic form. The only thing that gives me a little bit of hope is that is the weekend, the draw against Brighton. There's obviously vulnerabilities there.
Yeah, a lot of that was injury related, I think. I think a lot of that on midfield by the end of that game. So we had lots of midfielders out anyway, and then we lose another one. So Naby Keita goes off pretty early. Yeah. So in a sense, we were left with, we only had 3 centre midfielders left. It was Henderson, Jones, and Oxlade-Chamberlain. Now Jones is now injured as well. He might not feature at the weekend. We'll see. But the balance of that 3 isn't right. Jones and Oxlade-Chamberlain shouldn't be in a midfield 3 together. They're just 2 attacking, and basically Brighton just overran us in midfield. Basuma and Mwepu scored an amazing goal. They just had their way with us with Adam Lallana kind of picking holes up. And they just ran right through us. Now, touch wood, because I say this, with Liverpool midfielders, gosh knows what could happen. But as it stands, we should have Fabinho playing, we should have Thiago playing, Henderson's fit, Chamberlain's fit. So we've got 4 to choose from, but 3 of those are probably our first choice 3. I imagine if you asked Jürgen what his first choice midfield is, it would be Henderson, it would be Fabinho, Henderson, and Thiago. So that's the positive. On the flip side, mate, like you say, we've been scoring goals for fun, but we have conceded a lot too. So I know we had a clean sheet last night, but before that, there's 2 to Brighton, there's 3 to Brentford, there's 2 in Madrid to Atletico Madrid. AC Milan got a couple against us. So the only teams who haven't scored against us have been the rubbish ones, like Man United. They're the only ones who haven't been able to get a goal against us. But yeah, you're right there. We are better going forward than we were last season, but like you say, you can create chances against Liverpool. Even Brighton scored 2, and our goalie was man of the match. They could have scored 4 or 5. They had big chances. So yeah, if I'm an opposition fan looking at Liverpool, I would be thinking they are not as watertight as they have been in the past.
Well, if you've ever seen our previews here, I'm always honest. If I think we're going to get battered, I say we're going to get battered. And if I think we've got a chance, I actually fancy us in this game, Steve, because we are in fabulous form. Our midfield is great. So give us a bit of hope. Are we going to win the midfield battle? I know you've got your first choice, but we've got a decent midfield as well.
Yeah, like I say, it's going to be our best against your best in terms of who wins that. Like, I think Declan Rice is an unbelievable footballer. I think he's absolutely brilliant. I'm a big fan of Souček as well. I'm guessing it'll be 4-0 in front of them. I'm guessing that would be the 3 you would think.
I've heard rumours it may be Lanzini.
I mean, Liverpool liked him in the past. Liverpool think of signing him. So yeah, that's a good trio. Like I say, it's strength against strength. You certainly can win that. Declan Rice has had good games against us in the past. I'll be honest, if I would be pinning my hopes more on Mikel Antonio. So he scored 5 goals in 9 games against us for West Ham. And against our good defense, it isn't just like when it plays been out. He scored goals against us, crucial goals, winning goals as well in big games. So Virgil van Dijk, Joel Matip haven't been, again, we mentioned before, Virgil's still working his way back. Matip's probably been better than him. But Matip was dropped or rested for the Brighton game and Canate played. So I think that's the main worry for me, is that I think we have been given chances away, and there's a guy there who's proven in the past that he can score goals against us. He's been, he scored 7 goals already this season at that time recording for you guys. So that's that. If I was in your shoes now, like, I'd be thinking, like, if we can get the ball up to Mikel Antonio or get him in spaces, like he's shown he can score goals, and Liverpool have let him score against them in the past. So from my point of view, that's like the biggest worry I've got going into this game is him.
As we're speaking now, mate, and I've said this to a few Liverpool fans, I think you've got the best footballer in the world playing for you at the minute. We know how dangerous Salah is. He's a fantastic player, an extraordinary footballer anyway. But how good a form is he in at the moment? Is this the best he's ever been?
It is. Like, he's now 2 games out of goals. He scored in 10 consecutive games. He hasn't scored in the last 2, but he was really good. He sets goals up in the Brighton game. He was good against Madrid as well. So yeah, like, we've been lucky that we've had world-class footballers. As long as I've been supporting Liverpool, even when we've been a bit rubbish, we always had, Robbie Fowler and Michael Owen, then Steven Gerrard for years, Fernando Torres, Luis Suarez. We've had world-class players, but I don't think at any stage it was hard to say that they were the best footballer on the planet. A lot of that was because Leo Messi was in his peak and Cristiano Ronaldo was in his peak and stuff. But unequivocally, Moh Salah is the best player in the world right now. He's almost unstoppable. Even against Atletico Madrid, he doesn't score, but he's basically taking the piss out of them, Nick. He's doing little tricks and flicks and first touches. He was incredible. I don't know how much of that is contract related. Like, every time he hasn't signed a new deal yet, so every time he scores, he's probably adding a few extra grand onto his upcoming pay. But yeah, he's in phenomenal form. And like I say, Moh Salah broke the Premier League goal scoring record a couple of seasons ago. He got 32 goals. He might not do that this season because that, again, it's a one-off. He's a better player now than he was then. All-round game, he looks better. He's more assists. I think the assist he plays to Sadio Mane at Watford outside with the boot.
It's class,
just like, you can't stop that. Like, he is in that type of mood. He's in that type of form. So yeah, like I say, I think I'm guessing Aaron Cresswell will have a tough job at the weekend, because I'll be honest, nobody's stopped him so far. There's been nobody who's got the better of him. He might not have scored, but no one's got him.
He's struggled against him in the past as well, Salah. He's give Cresswell a bit of run around. But just quickly, Steve, before we get onto predictions and stuff, what have you made of West Ham this year? Have you seen much?
Yeah, I'm a big fan. I love the team. I love the spine of the team. I say, I like the goalie. I know he's probably on the downside now, but I've always been a Fabianski fan. I think Zuma's a really good signing. Again, Declan Rice, Souček, Antonio. There's a spine of a really good team. And then the flair players around it. Again, Jared Bowen was linked with Liverpool, and that was met by quite a lot of derision, actually, on Merseyside when that happened. There was like, why are we signing Jared Bowen? He doesn't always play for West Ham and stuff, but I think we're seeing now how good he is, actually. I think that was very much a stats-driven link that Liverpool like.
Yeah.
And his stats are good. You can see that. Ben Rama looks good as well. So, yeah, I think this is I know we've been to Old Trafford and stuff, but this is the toughest away game we've had. Obviously, we've played City and Chelsea at home, but like, of all the away games, and Liverpool have scored 3 goals every time we've played away this season in the league. We've been amazing on the road, but I'd be surprised if that happened this weekend. I think West Ham are much, much better. The only thing, like I say, is as we record, you guys have got a game tonight. So I always think that Thursday, Sunday turnaround that you guys are dealing with now, I've always thought that was an issue. But to be fair to West Ham, it hasn't been for you guys, has it? You guys have dealt with it pretty well. So I think listen, I'd be surprised if we keep that run of 3 goals up. So I think it's going to be a really tough game.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough game. But let's just press you then. What do you think is going to happen?
I think we'll win 2-1. I think Antonio will score. Like, there's probably worth putting some money on that. But Like I think the difference. I think Moh Salah he's like, if he's not in the team, I'd be thinking, oh, we're in big trouble here. But he creates chances by himself. You know, look at the Watford and the City goals when he dances around 7 lads. Like these are, you know, it's one thing doing that to Watford, but it's another thing doing that to Laporte and Cancelo and Diaz. You know the player of the year. He's doing it to them. He's done it to Atletico Madrid, who are an amazing defensively. So the fact that we've got him in our team until he shows any sign of slowing down, I'd back us to beat anyone. But I do think it's going to be a really close game, and I wouldn't be. There's no result that would shock me. I was shocked that we drew with Brighton. I thought that shouldn't happen, but I wouldn't be at all surprised if we all 3 results here.
I'm going to go the same score for us. I think Salah will score. But we're well organised, and we're going to make it tough. But whatever happens, it's going to be a really tough game. I wish you all the best. Thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it. As usual, boys, if you haven't seen the Red Men TV or never heard the Red Men TV, go over there. I'll put the link in the description down below. Go and give them a sub. Go and give them a follow, and catch up all the West Ham stuff over there and there. But Steve, thank you so much for coming on. There's one thing for me left to say, and that's come on you, Irons.
Yeah. I'll let you. You'll never walk alone. There you go.
Nice one, mate.